Alright, for those that want to join, please go ahead and head on into Sanctum Raw Borderlands. It's a green portal, first one on your left. You can also press B if you're over level 18 and click on Sanctum Raw Borderlands, and that will get you there. For those watching the Twitch stream, I will press B here in a second and show you it. You will have to be level 18 to be able to see this menu, so if you do not see it, then that's probably why. You can still use the portal at any level though. So there you go. You'd press B, you'd see this menu pop up, and you click Sanctum Raw Border or whatever borderland you want to go on.
Vitality restored.
So if I zoom out my map, go ahead and press M and zoom out. You'll notice all three of the big keep icons. We have one on the far right, one on the far left, and one in the middle just south of us. The far left one is Bay. The one closest to us is Garrison, and the one on the right side is Hills. On all three Borderlands, they all have Bay, Garrison, or Hills in their name. We typically just forget about the first part of their name and just call them by Bay, Garrison, or Hills. Right now we have them fully upgraded with the waypoint, so you would be able to port to each one of those just by clicking on them as you would port to any waypoint. Up north of where we are, you'll see a little tent icon. That is a supply camp. You can grab supplies here. Typically you can only grab 10, which you will see up on the top of your screen. It shows a little barrel icon. The reason I have 15 at the moment is because with a guild claim, they can have a buff in the guild that gives an additional 5 supply. This is very useful for doing World v World. To the right or left, you will see a tower icon. Those are where the towers are located. You'll also see these little doyaks moving. Those guys deliver supply to our towers and keeps. The object of the game is to keep those yaks moving to those towers and keeps so that you can upgrade them and get things like waypoints. Additional icons you'll see is little flags. Those are your control points. They basically have little NPCs that stay there and try to beat up your yaks when they're moving. So if you want to keep those yaks moving, you got to keep those control points in your favor. In the center, you'll see 5 little icons. Those are different control nodes that you can get to get the out or the call it. Man, I'm drawing a blank now. This little buff, Bloodlust. So that gives you a little extra power boost. So first thing we're going to do is go north to the supply camp. This one will most likely already be claimed. So go ahead and follow the commander icon. If you don't know how to join a squad, click on me, right click on my portrait, click join squad, otherwise press M, click on my icon, and click join squad. Those are the 2 ways to join a squad. There is no UI for squads, so you will never know that you're in one. The only way that you can know is if you press P, as in Peter. And you'll see that on the left hand side, I have a create squad icon, you'll have a leave squad icon. And that'll basically give you an idea that you're in it. You can also type /D, as in David, hello, and you'll see yellow text. That is your squad chat. Like so. So believe it or not, this one isn't claimed. So I'll drop a claim on it. So like right now, if you picked up the supply, you get +10. Now if I claim it, and you pick up the supply, you'll get +15. Go ahead and grab the +15. Everyone have 15? Now, for commanders out there, you can type /squad info, and it will tell you how many supply you have in your group. So I see Mystique only has 5. She can grab 10 more. Okay, so now we are going to go to the east. We approximately have 204 supply.
Eat my dust.
We're going to go over here to where there's a skill point. Now, different siege weapons use different amounts of supply. So, like, we have a ram, an arrow cart, ballista, catapult, trebuchet, and golem. Golems take 100 supply for a basic one. They take 150 supply for an upgraded one. The difference between an upgrade golem and a regular golem is whether or not it can shoot from far. So like a Omega Golem will be able to do ranged attacks, whereas a regular Alpha Golem will only be able to do melee attacks. So, right here in the center of town, I want you to build some siege weapons for me. So right here, there's a regular ballista. And right here, there's a upgraded superior ballista. I want each of you that have never used a siege weapon before to jump on one of these and shoot one of these lancers or whatnot. You'll notice the vast difference in damage that is done. A upgraded ballista or superior ballista takes 40 supply. A basic ballista takes 30. So go ahead and shoot some things. Now back here I'm going to put down 2 arrow carts. If I can have some of my veterans please run back and grab more supply. Just port home and go grab some. That way we can siege up this place. So go ahead and give each one of those a shot, hit something, and see the difference in damage numbers. An arrow cart is an AoE device. You'll select a ground target. Make sure you use each of the different types of attacks so you can see what's different about it. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to take that from you. If you have more supply, go ahead and throw it on these. We have to build some further away. So go ahead and keep shoveling supply this way. Okay, we have a regular catapult towards the ballistas and arrow carts. And then we have a superior catapult and a guild catapult. Nice thing about guild catapults is they only take 25 supply and they do the same damage as a superior catapult, which takes 60. A regular catapult takes 50. These are very good for taking down walls. They are also good for knocking down opponents. So go ahead and try those guys out. Now when you start leveling up your World v World levels, you'll get a little window when you press B. It's the very last icon. You'll be able to upgrade your different abilities. As you upgrade the different abilities in siege weapons, you'll unlock new abilities. So for like the ballista, you'll unlock a spread shot. I'll jump on this ballista and show you if you're watching the Twitch feed. Spread shot is your number 4. In about 5 seconds I can fire it again. This is a very, very, very effective weapon in a pinch. If you can put this in a doorway or something where the enemy is running through and then fire it, you'll pretty much kill everyone in one shot. So boom. It's like a shotgun. For the arrow cart, you'll gain the poison ability. So you have toxic arrows. And here comes a champion. He's gonna walk around here. Do we have more supply?
Yep,
I
it's
do.
coming.
Incoming.
Go ahead and come on up here. Good range test. I'm going to build both of those. Now, these are trebuchets. They're long-range weapons, but the one thing you should pay attention to is how high they shoot. Because you can also shoot vertically. So like with this trebuchet over here, the superior trebuchet, try firing at max fire and just watch how high it goes. And the boss is here in the middle if you guys want to take it down. This is one of the little PvE events that spawn up here. Go ahead and jump on a siege weapon, take this guy down. Now, siege decays over time, so you'll see a little castle buff on them when you select them. If you mouse over it, it'll tell you how long until that siege despawns. If you want to renew that timer, all you gotta do is jump on it. So if you get on it, get off it, it'll reset that timer. That's so siege weapons like the ones I just put don't stay around forever, because we do have a siege cap. And these are not very effective placements for siege weapons. So for those of you that have an upgraded siege, you will notice that there's 2 different icons down here, number 4. If I flip this, it flips it to the cow mode. Anyone that's played any of those fun video games in the old days where you can launch cows from catapults, this is definitely kind of your thing. Also Monty Python reference, I believe. So now you got flying cows, and he'll land and turn into a green cloud. As you upgrade your trebuchet, he will also steal supply from enemies. So if I just do it real close, you'll see a little green cloud appear. Anyone that walks through that green cloud loses supply. You also, if you upgrade it, have this water field, which is a heal field. So if I fire that, anyone that's standing in that gets healed. And then you have your normal fire shot there. That's a min shot, so that's just me tapping it. Here's me releasing it full distance. And notice how the vertical is. It goes pretty high up there. So like say this mountain for an example. If there was some kind of wall that I would want to siege up there, I can turn this trebuchet. They turn very slowly, so if you're in a treb war, you definitely want to point it in the right direction when you throw it, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. So if I aim it up that mountain and kind of aim at that tree over there, if I max fire this thing, it's going to clear that mountain wall. The trebuchets not only go out, but they go up as well. See how it soared right over that tree? So a lot of times you can plant a trebuchet very low and have it fire vertically to hit an objective. So if I want to plant a, I'll show you with a catapult. But if I want to point a catapult at that trebuchet, if I equip the siege weapon by double clicking on it, and then I stick the cursor down on the ground, I want it in front of me. Whichever way that you throw the siege weapon is the way it's going to be facing. So if I throw it right here, go ahead and build it, guys.
Such might.
It will be facing that trebuchet. And this is a very, very, very useful tactic to master, because when you're in a pinch, you're going to want to throw these siege weapons down so that they're facing the right way. So I can easily jump on it and then fire it. And be firing right at that trebuchet. So the other thing that you get when you upgrade catapult is the siege protection. This prevents siege shots from hitting you. So if something was firing at me, it would deflect it. Has everyone gotten a chance to play with all the different siege weapons? Alright, let's go ahead and go back to home base. When somebody says home, they mean the very first starting waypoint.
Fog, before we go,
Yes.
could I get you to show them the siege decay timers, please?
The siege what timers? The decay timers? I kind of went over that a second ago. Just click on one of the siege weapons and mouse over the little blue castle. You'll see a siege decay timer. If you jump on to the siege weapon, that timer resets. So I'll head back to Citadel Waypoint, where I'll show you the last little bunch of siege weapons. These can be used for later as well. Veterans, go ahead and grab more siege.
Invigorating.
I'm fast as the wind.
You can't throw those in the Citadel.
Yeah, let's go north. We'll go up to the supply camp. Everyone north.
Can I have a Sark invite?
Yes, put an X in team chat. Or write foglada.2506 like my name in TeamSpeak. And I can send you an invite that way as well.
I got him.
Okay. You may have to stand around a little bit for this. So I'm going to throw down 3 types of golems. One's a guild siege golem, which you have to be in a guild to be able to get. You build these with influence. Next is a regular golem. And the next is a Omega Golem. So go ahead and jump in these, look at the different attacks.
Fast as
There is a new Golem Mastery line. These are pretty much movable rams. These guys are very useful for taking down doors. They can even attack walls. The Omega Golems can attack upgraded walls.
What do you mean?
Last Golem's almost built.
Eat my dust!
So the guild golem is the same as an omega,
Yes.
just less supply to build?
Yep. Well, actually, is the I don't think the guild golem is actually ranged, unless they changed it.
I was just in it. I thought it was, but I didn't look carefully enough.
Pretty much the biggest difference is the Omega is the ranged golem.
Guild golem is not ranged.
Yeah, I believe it's just the same as the regular golem. And Omega Golem's also bigger. Yep, it's identical. Same amount of damage as well. So the big selling point with those guys is it takes less supply.
Reap the whirlwind.
I believe there's some wildlife up here in the north if you want to attack something real. Typically it's best not to go melee on things. Guild golems golems do not heal, so any damage you take from falling or anything will not replenish. To speed up your golem walk, double tap forward, like you're dodge rolling, and he will walk faster. You can port with the golem anywhere on the same map, but you cannot port off of the map with the golem. And you can't take speed buffs anymore. Does anyone have any questions about golems? Now, I'm going to be a real jerk and people are going to hate me for it. I'm going to throw down 2 rams here. If we can build these 2, it'd be great. That way you can see the buffs that are on the rams, what type of skills you have. Typically you throw these on a door. They have a pretty long reach. So it's, if you come with me during World v World event, I will show you exactly how long of a reach they have, which is actually pretty long. But there are several skills at play. You have the regular accelerate ram, which just swings a ram. Typically need a target for it, but you know, hey. You have the intense flame blast. This puts structural vulnerability on the walls, which increases damage by 4% per stack.
Interesting.
This is stackable. You can have up to 10 stacks of it. It'll also cast fear on any players that are nearby. So when you're ramming near a door and you see an incoming Zerg of players, hitting that will fear them off the wall. You'll also have Impact Slam if you have an upgraded ram, which will do extra damage to gates. It also knocks back foes. And then if you have ram fully upgraded, you can use this little bubble, which is Iron Will, reduces the amount of damage that you take by 50% to all the people around you. So if I pop this off, you'll see the little shields pop. Those are all the people that are protected by Iron Will right now. very useful when you're combating incoming Zergs. Go ahead and jump on those, take a look at all the different skills that you have.
Time to do some real damage.
And that's pretty much all the siege weapons. There are guild varieties of each of the siege weapons except for the siege ram. And each of those usually costs less supply to build. And they also come with your guild logo on them. To be able to build those, you have to have your guild upgraded to the point where they can build those. So for guilds watching the Twitch feed, you'll be able to find those under the Art of War. You can build a guild catapult and guild siege golem. The rest you can buy with guild commendations at any of your guild commendation vendors throughout Tyria. And that's going to be the last stop for us tonight. Next week I'll be running it a bit more on taking a supply camp, a tower, and a castle. If I can, hopefully even Stone Mist. So if you would like to join us next week, we'll be same place, same time. We'll be doing a kind of an intro to the mini dungeons and jumping puzzles next week. We will form up in Queensdale. So feel free to join us. This is a Saturday 9:30 to 12:30 event Pacific time. To those that tuned in on Twitch, thank you for joining us. This event was produced by Gaiscioch. We are a 13-year-old gaming community based on hosting public community events, and hosted by the Sanctum of Rawl server. We are a server that's named after the legendary player Roger Oldworld Rawl, who fell while waiting for this game to come out. He was deeply, passionately in love with this game and loved everything about it. He never actually got the chance to play it. So Gaiscioch is here, remembering him and carrying on his legacy. Thank you for joining us. This is Ethan Poglotta. I will see you next week.